welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to a little cup, a little bit of ESL. This is the Go for Co 2 NA Cup, number 7 we're up to. I am your host, Archonhawk of the General's Gentlemen. I'll be casting these first few games with a good friend of mine. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Wow, I don't think I've ever had to do a self-intro. All right, yeah. Let's see. The stars are hiding and the magpie is casting. Yes, indeed, Magpie here. Very glad to be with you, Archonhawk. Looking forward to some good games. I haven't cast as much NA as I have EU, so I'm hoping you've got the skinny on all these players. But actually, I do recognize these guys, of course. OMGPOP and Redwings, I've cast them before. So this should be a pretty interesting game, I think.
Yeah, for sure. This is actually a pretty community hype matchup, I think. I mean, like OMGPOP, he's pretty popular and he hasn't been in the scene that much lately, so it's cool to be seeing him back playing. And of course, Redwings, we've casted him a couple of times. Always brings some new and interesting strategies into the mix. As you can see here, he's running like Royal Artillery, Royal Engineer, and Vanguard.
Yeah.
Vanguard's probably the most normal, the normalist of the.
He's going for a Bren
Commanders.
Carrier, by the way. I'm just saying off the bat, first unit, Bren Carrier.
There we go. This is why we enjoy casting him. He just brings different stuff out. I do love that. But it's pretty great.
A Bren Carrier. I mean, like it's pretty good actually, because I mean it trumps the Kubelwagen pretty handily, and it trumps actually most of Overcommand's like early stuff until you get some Shreks on those Volks or an early Kettenwerfer. So
Yeah.
I mean that's cool. I mean let's see. It could all end in tears, but.
I think this could be fun. It's like an old school way of like dealing with the Kubel, which is nice. The pre-reworked Kubel, it used to be you just went for a Bren Carrier to kind of deny the power that the Kubel actually had. Yeah, which is cool. So anyway, yeah, so it is of course Redwings supporting is the UKF, and it will be OMGPOP as our OKW for this matchup. It's the first round. We've got a few over 32 players, so there still will be some round of 64 games. I think this might be a round of 32 that I'd have to check, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you what, I'll try and get the brackets on a separate screen.
There you go, yeah. Probably be able to check up. But yeah, there aren't many round of 64 games today. They're mainly round of 32, then heading towards quarter semis in the grand final today. So capping order is interesting here. Looks like OMGPOP, not surprisingly, sticking with this right-hand side here. Redwings just trying to hold his big important garrison. Throws down some nice sandbags and waits until he gets the machine gun in there. Machine gun team in up and ready to go. So that will be a nice way of holding it and then transitioning back over to the other side.
Yeah, that building's absolutely pivotal. It's always good to cram your Vickers in there nice and early. If the Kubelwagen's foolish enough to stray nearby as well, we'll probably take that one out. So yeah, pretty standard stuff so far here from OMGPOP. Oh, and by the way, I can confirm this is a round of 32 game. So the winner of this will be advancing to the round of 16.
Fantastic. Sounds like a plan, my friend. Nice little cut-off there by Redwings. It looks like he's going for the all-important garrison as well. The one looks over the cut-off of OMGPOP and can cut off a hell of a lot of ground here. Has the universal carry there as well. Got the Pren in the area, so that's going to provide some pretty nice support onto that squad of infantry section. Wow, and the Storms are going to run through the negative cover here in a second. That's going to be
I don't know about
real
that.
punishing. That was nasty.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage, actually.
I'm kind of shocked they didn't.
Getting a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked they didn't drop a model, I'll be honest. It's fairly lucky. Kubel's actually fancies his chances in this engagement. I definitely wouldn't. Brett's actually going to be chasing up the road. Kubel's going to have to run away from this one.
Yeah.
Good stuff there.
Interesting start there. I mean, like, taking the Brain Carrier is going to, like, delay the platoon tech for the British player, so
yeah,
there is that to factor in. He's got to make this actually work for him. How many munitions is the Wasp? It's like 90, isn't it? Yeah, so he's
a fair few, yeah. And the tech as well, obviously. So it's not that easy to get into anymore to go towards that garrison clearing. Redwings might eventually go for it, but will take him a little bit of time. Nice counter garrisons here from OMGPOP. That's all he really needed to do to deal with the Bren, is just get inside the garrisons and then force this squad of infantry section off. And it didn't really achieve what it wanted to because it didn't get the cutoff, and the cutoff's really the all important thing. Kuba's actually getting caught in the other infantry section, should be able to back away here. That low storm pioneer squad might actually get wiped though, down to one more.
Yeah,
Could the Bren actually follow this up?
Oh, he needs to
still
chase
alive.
the Bren.
The Bren's not chasing. Thankfully, the retreat path isn't on a road. That could have been pretty devastating, and the Bren can't chase into base MGs, and the chase is a little bit late. So the storm pioneer survives.
That so could have been a squad wipe there for Redwings. I think he dropped that one just a little bit. I mean, I don't know. It would have been a dice roll. That Storm Pioneer could still have survived, but you always want to chase those if you can. So I don't know, like Redwings and OMGPOP. Archon Hawk, who do you prefer?
I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of OMGPOP. We've casted games with him before. I mean, obviously, not a lot in ESL, clearly, but he's a pretty fantastic player. And Redwings, he's a decent player, don't get me wrong, but he does go for some kind of cool and different strats, which can sometimes, I think, handicap him. But yeah, it's hard to say, but I do favour OMGPOP in this matchup as a guess. But I think Redwings is definitely in with a shot. This is by no means one-sided.
Yeah, it's interesting what you say, actually. I mean, Redwings already kind of mixing it up a little bit by going for this Bren carrier. And I don't know, from a casting point of view, I do normally really enjoy casting those spicy players who you just never know quite what to expect, and they show you new stuff, and you get to see some unorthodox, non-meta stuff. It's good fun. So yeah, I guess my head says OMGPOP. I've cast him a few times on the channel before, so I've seen him be pretty spicy, but my heart's with Redwings.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Should be a good matchup, I think. Kubel getting the caps down as well. Keeping a hold of that Kubel early is actually really important. It just gives you huge capping pressure, especially on a map like Angerville. And to keep you all updated, it was actually OMGPOP who won the coin toss, so he chose Angerville. Redwings counted, and he decided to choose the British faction here. I really like the Kubel wagon on the left-hand side of Angerville. It's really easy to just cap up all these points. Nice out in the open. The Kubel stays really safe. There's roads all over the place. A lot of reasons why the Kubel's nice and really effective.
Yeah, like, I was really, really skeptical when they changed the Kubel wagon to not be suppression anymore, and, like, I still think the lack of suppression for OKW is an issue, but that's a discussion for another time. Yeah. But I have to say, I really, really like the Nubel wagon. Like, it's just really, actually, it's fun to use, like, it does good damage, it captures, it's more resilient, and I don't know, it's just a really nice unit. I really like the change.
Yeah. So... Two squads of the Royal Engineers coming in here for Redwings, so...
Yeah. That's a bit unusual. I was wondering what is his plan here?
I mean, if he goes into, like, AECs for the repairs, but I'm thinking, like, he's got... And this is Redwings I'm talking about, so ordinarily you'd think, like, Brits, okay, like AEC.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking Wasp upgrade on the Universal Carrier, and then just, like, mass repairs onto it.
Yeah.
Which could be cool. That'll be a bit of a spicy play. OMGPOP has plenty of munitions saved up, so he does have the option for Shreks if he sees something coming out from Redwings. Vanguard destroy. Kubel actually gets taken out at long range there by the Vickers in the garrison. Walk too close to the capping circle, which obviously gives vision, and then the Vickers is like, yeah, cheers, man. Thanks for the vision. I'll take that kill.
There. Yeah, a little incautious there from OMGPOP. I mean, a Kubel wagon, it's a sad loss, but you kind of... They're never long for this world, and we've got a Puma actually going to be the weapon of choice here, coming off the back of this regiment, mechanized regiment HQ here for OMGPOP. So that's pretty spicy follow-up. I guess he's counting on the fact that an AEC is going to be coming. Have we had the research? Actually, we haven't even got the research yet, so that might not be the case.
It might not be, yeah. I mean, you would assume that against any other player, but it's Redwings, man. He could be going for absolutely anything, so it's hard to make that predictive build. But the Puma is really safe for OMGPOP. His whole build so far has been really safe.
Yeah. I mean, the Puma has added value here as well because of the unusual Bren carrier. I mean, the Puma's just going to shut that down hard. You know, if he actually does go for the Wasp on this, that's just basically munitions wasted now. So I hope he doesn't really. And it looks like he's actually going to take this fight on the left flank. Is Redwings, like, he'll probably be able to flush it. Well, the Bren's just not getting involved. He just needs to bring that forward, actually.
Yeah, he definitely does try and fight it. He's scared of the Shrek, but I mean, he can take a Shrek shot. Should be focusing these bolts down first. He needs to deny the Shrek, and then the Bren can actually run a little bit rampant. He is moving it as well. Bren is quite a small target. The Puma's actually going to be going for the chase on this one, though. The Bren's backing away in time. Puma actually misses the first shot there, but it's going to keep the chase going. Oh, it's intense. Second shot hits as well. I don't think there's anything to stop this Puma.
I don't think there is either. That should be a dead Bren, and indeed it is. So the Puma there going to become immediately efficient there for OMGPOP, getting a unit kill. And he's got his second truck coming out. On the right-hand flank, though, a squad of Tommies and some Royal Engineers have been getting some work done. They're capping up ground. They're pushing these Volks Grenadiers around. So OMGPOP's going to need to send something to the right flank at some point.
Yeah, that's it. At least...
Let's see. Looks like he's going to go for the old... he's going to go for the Battle Gripper HQ, I think, to get the heals in the base here. Yeah,
that'd definitely be a good move from Pop. He needs the heals up. I mean, that's the standard second taking choice. You pretty rarely see the mechanized into the Sphere Panzer because it's just, you need the heals. Heals are necessary, and OMGPOP definitely has some low squads out on the field. Don't want to be bleeding that manpower. Battle group is going to be nice. And we've got the lock in here from Redwings, of course. He's gone for Vanguard, which is, a little bit standard. It should be right. The forward logistics glider did just glide on down. I'm not sure where he called it in. I think it's coming down for landing now. Yeah, okay, yep.
Okay.
No worries.
Oh, that's a beautiful landing, taking basically no damage. Nicely done.
Good stuff. Gonna have that air landing officer out as well.
Yeah, he's a beast. I love that unit.
He
There's
really
something nice
is,
about
yeah.
hitting the stim, because I play Terran in StarCraft sometimes, and like that Ura ability basically stims your whole British army. Like, they all just suddenly start shooting and moving really fast. You know, like it's all I can do not to start stepping my Tommies. Anyway, looks like we've got a bit of a confrontation here on the left flank. A couple of squads on each side, although these Tommies actually kind of getting hung out to dry. They could maybe throw some pyrotechnics and dash, but I don't think that'll really be worth it. So they're probably just going to be forced to fall back. Wow, Vickers Gun finding a nice angle through this line of sight blocker, actually.
It is
That's gonna
actually,
start
yeah.
suppressing these units.
Managed to find that one. There has been some funny line of sight plays around that hedge that we've seen so far. Nade's going to be coming out. The infiltration ones. That could be a wipe on the infantry section. It is. That's brutal. Redwings losing the unit.
That is brutal. That is brutal.
That was the first time.
Again, just
yeah.
little careless there. I mean, there was it wasn't like necessary that unit would die there, but you know, this is a comedy of heroes. Real things happen. These are real players. They're not actual machines. So anyway, Puma gets forced back by the 6-pounder. Nicely positioned there. And actually, you know what? Despite having lost the brain carrier and despite losing those Tommies, which is normally pretty fatal for Brits in the early-ish game, like if you look at the top left of the screen, look at the top right. I actually kind of prefer this army for the British player. Actually, it's pretty spicy, and now that there's no vehicle targets on the field, that Puma is a little bit of a blank unit. Like, it's got nothing it can really shoot at that well. So if you take the Puma off the right-hand side, the British forces have a pretty nice lineup here, and Commandos being added.
Yeah, definitely not a big problem. Yeah, I like the Commandos coming out straight away here for Redwings. Need that additional squad after losing the infantry section, so we'll be throwing that one down. And that was the first time that OMGPOP actually revealed the scavenge as well. Like, he hadn't gone for any Jaegers. He hadn't used the infiltration tactics. He hadn't used the nades out yet. So it's that surprise nade that's really the deadliest one. You don't know what your opponent actually has it, and then you're not ready to dodge it, and then you don't dodge it in the case of Redwings losing the squad there.
Yeah, oftentimes that is the most dangerous.
The scavenge actually was denied there on the side. OMGPOP going for that one. Going to have to pop the Volts into the garrison and retreat. Redwings has some nice territory back now. 447 VPs for him. 462 for OMGPOP. So still a lot of time to play with. This could definitely draw out this game.
Commandos catch out some Volks Grenadiers on the right flank. That's going to force immediate fallback, but OMGPOP was well on top of it, so there's no squad wipe forthcoming there. Nice stuff, because those Commandos are pretty unforgiving. And I suppose this Puma is going to try and kill some Commandos. I mean, it might get one by the time I have a beard.
I was going to say, it's going to at least force squads off, if nothing else. There's not a lot of kind of supporting AT coming in here for Redwings. He has the one 6-pounder, but other than that, there's not really a lot of stuff. Royal Engineers are going to be forced off the top. They should be okay. Get a nice retreat, though. Against 3 squads, they've got to be careful. Don't actually drop a model. The double sweeper is actually really nice as well for Redwings. He has already cleared at least 2 shoe mines that I've seen so far. So denying that munitions investment from OMGPOP is nice.
Wow, dude. I totally see what you mean about Redwings, by the way. He is not playing Brits like I've ever seen them play before. Going for a second squad of Commandos here. Like, look at that force composition in the top left. Like, I never find myself with anything even slightly resembling that when I play Brits. And I like to think I play them okay.
Do you see an AEC anywhere? If not, then like you're playing off meta.
Yeah, right,
for Redwings, pretty much building anything off the AEC is completely off meta. So if he wins this, I don't know, I might have to donate him some money for big plays.
Yeah. Panzer HQ getting deployed up here on the left flank. That's going to be in a great position to cover some of these points. And I don't know, like, there's no company command post here for Redwings, which is like concerning me just a little bit, because actually if he started that now, when it finished, he could actually just throw a Cromwell straight out, which I'm not saying that's a great choice, but I'm just saying if he wants to start accessing those units, like, he should start upgrading that soon. He's saved fuel by not going for the AEC, so he can get some pretty quick top tier units on the loose here.
Yeah.
So good.
I'd agree with that. I definitely would. So all 3 tier buildings getting thrown up here for OMGPOP. So he definitely could be heading towards that KT. He has just started, has he? He has indeed. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, company command post going to be going down now for
Redwings.
Redwings.
Whoa, this Puma's in the arc of the 6-pounder. Takes one round straight to the nose.
Oh, there's the smoke getting popped off as well. Should be okay. The attack ground not quite hitting there. Very close from Redwings.
Yeah, that was close. I like that.
Spicy's a good way of putting it. It's good. Cloak Commandos on the side here in the heavy cover are really nice as well. The use of cloak units, I mean, we've seen it more in like partisans. We've seen that a lot coming out in the cast, but it has been like really effective when you have units running up to heavy cover with his squad cloaked. It's really easy to lose them.
Yeah. Clever positioning here for sure. And with Commandos, that's just like one wrong and you're out, basically. It's just like, oh, there were Commandos there. I lost my squad. Damn. Or at least it can feel that way. They are so brutal. Storm Pioneers here are going to be making a move in. These Commando squads are getting set up. I don't know what for. They're pretty much like the only fighting force for Redwings on this left flank here. So I'm keen to see what he's going to do. Actually, he's transitioning across some engineers and the 6-pounder too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he can... Whoa, Obersoldaten actually going to be the choice here for OMGPOP. Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's nice. Bit of long-range infantry. They should be able to deal really nicely with the commanders if they actually go for an all-out engagement, if the Obers actually have the range on them. 6-pounder takes its initial shot here. Oh, could lose a squad of Royal Engineers. You will indeed. They go down. 6-pounder only gets one shot off as well on the Puma. The Puma's going to back away nice and safe, and we'll have to back away now.
I mean, the Vickers gun is still here. Yeah, the Vickers gun can still cover that 6-pounder.
A commando attack, though. This could actually go really well. It has to move because of the infiltration tactics, so it's going to reduce the accuracy there. The commando's still going to be firing. Forces away one squad of Vols. Can they force away the rest of them? They're going to be coming in. That's brutal onto the Vols Grenadiers. Second nade is actually dodged by OMGPOP. The squad wipe does finish off. Nice job, Redwings. So he gets a squad wipe in return there, dropping a Volsk. That was intense.
My heart rate is already going. I honestly, when I saw it, I was like, whoa, they're really expensive. That's only 2 squads of Commandos, and that was so many Axis infantry, but they just hosed them down. Wow, that was really nice. And picking up a squad wipe there, that's really cool. That kind of offsets the engineers that he lost there. Like, it more than offsets, actually.
It does,
I'd trade a squad of Royal Engineers for a squad of Volks any day, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, like... I don't know if I'm worried for OMGPOP yet, but his army's still so small, which, like, against Brits is basically never a thing. It's normally the Brits who are outnumbered. So this is a little weird, actually. Company command post is finished. We've got a lot of fuel, so we'll have to see what the choice is going to be. He can build a Firefly if he wants it, or he can go for some sort of hammer tech. And see, I don't know. It's got to be hammer on this map, right?
I'm not sure. I really want
Firefly.
Oh, he's going for a Firefly. Okay, right. So he's seen the tier buildings, and I think he's assuming KT at this point. Or yeah, I mean, it's got to be KT. That's got to be what you're.
This is a really early Firefly, though. Even so, like
that is true. Yeah.
I mean, like, he must have some idea of the fact that he's basically owned this right flank the whole time. So his opponent has 1 fuel point plus the other points, which is like slightly more than you've been getting. And what's the King Tiger these days? Like 310 or something?
Ooh, I'd have to double check, see what it is. But
sorry,
it's not cheap.
There, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm never really good at remembering all of the fuel costs. I get like super confused in between factions, and OKW is literally my worst faction. So yeah.
We've got a Twitch chat full of nerds who can Google this for us. So
there we go.
Anyone could just tell us. That'd be
They're
great.
real handy. We can double check after these engagements are over anyway, so should be right. So we'll be the Keaton coming down the field here from OMGPOP, which I think is a nice move because it could be something other than the Firefly. Coming out. It could be a Cromwell, in which case he doesn't really have means to deal with it. A couple of Shreks in the Puma are nice, but having the Keaton for support as well is going to be good. We're getting 310. Yeah, it is 310. Okay. Nicely played, my friend. Nicely played.
Oh, thank you very much.
Magpie, the man with the plan, the man with the fuel costs.
Oh, God, please don't test me as we go on, though. Like. Anyway, this Firefly, though, actually, I have to say I'm a little worried for it because it has no good targets, really. I mean, a Puma's a Puma, but, I mean, you don't need a Firefly to kill a Puma. It's overkill. And, like, for the Axis player, there's, like, 2 Shreks, and that Puma, if it gets up around the Firefly, like, the Firefly could just die. And there's also a Rakettenwerfer, actually. So, like, a camo Rakettenwerfer plus Puma getting up on the flank. This is a really expensive Firefly, and he's not holding back with it. Look at how aggressive he's being with the positioning.
And the munitions investments as well, like getting ready for the Puma, the tulips, as well as obviously getting that tank commander, because you need that for the actually in the vision anyway. But yeah, going straight for the tulips is pretty bold. It's cool. You probably could have held on to that. He probably could have held on to that.
He's like reversing it into Fog of War. This is so dangerous. That Firefly just went arse first into Fog of War and got a Puma round in the flank for its troubles. Like, you don't do that. You just don't do that, buddy. That's so dangerous. Oh, Redwings, buddy, you're giving me adrenalines here. Stop it.
Wow.
All right, here comes the air landing field officer, and I wonder if we're going to see the stim used here.
No, not going to be thrown down. We do see a retreat getting thrown down instead.
Yeah, and the Firefly's in a much more defensive position. Like, this is a way better place for a Firefly to be. This makes sense. I'm
not minding how OMGPOP's actually playing here. He is obviously only going to be on the 1 VP, which is going to be ticking against him. Looking towards the VPs, 447 for Redwings, 347 for OMGPOP. it's still nice because what it means is the Commandos and the air landing officer, they can't just charge in to this composition. They can't charge into squads behind medium, behind heavy cover, especially against like Obersoldaten. By just holding his ground here, OMGPOP, and saving up until he gets the tank on the field, until he gets the KT, well, Commandos actually get a nice ambush here. He's stopping Redwings from having any potential to engage, and Redwings just has to sit on 2VPs and deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's like that is definitely an accurate analysis, but I don't know. What do you think of, like, you see where the Vickers gun is? I think if Redwings just puts like a mortar pit just south of that, I think it'll have range to the Schwerpanzer HQ and pretty much the entire Axis army like all the time. So that could be a really nice like way of just getting one up here for Redwings. Like, I know he doesn't have the manpower, but I think a mortar pit would look pretty smart right now because he can't really make a move on that left flank with the Schwerpanzer HQ there. It's just too good against all his stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good point, actually. Base sieging,
Whoa,
actually,
the
coming
Firefly.
out there.
Yeah.
Going for the flak emplacements here, probably so the AT gun can actually move up. So base sieging, this is another way of dealing with it. I definitely agree with you there, Magpie. Like, I love a mortar pit. A mortar pit would be fantastic. It's a great way to break the camp. Fantastic unit, or fantastic emplacement, I suppose you could say. But this is another really good way of dealing with it because OMGPOP isn't camping with his base. His base is back at base. It can be sieged, and that's just definitely what we're seeing here. Look, the Commandos are already set inside the garrison. We're just seeing en masse retreats coming in. That means Redwings is going to be able to take the left-hand side. This is a really good play.
That was so smart from Redwings. Like, absolutely. This is way smarter than my plan, like, because he'd have to wait for 400 manpower for a mortar pit, and that takes time to work and can fail. Oh, he tulips into the main! Oh, that was so good.
He was looking for those max range explosions to get a few squad wipes. It's pretty cheesy, but it can work.
Right up as well. In fact, no, this is a second Vickers, so there are overlapping Vickers here. This is so good. Redwings! Oh, I like it. I'm loving
the play. I'm loving the play here. It's a fun game to cast.
Where's this guy from? America.
America.
Good
Fuck
stuff,
yeah.
soldier. You keep this up, you're gonna win.
America versus Canada.
Yeah, it's the fight they've always wanted.
The fight that should have been, I suppose. Again, like Commandos, man.
Here comes the push,
The ambush is real.
The Commandos are in
and the
position
nade as well. Oh, man. The bolts might die. Oh, the bolts go down.
Get a squad wipe.
The Obers are down to 2 models. There's 2 squads Obers, so the Commanders have got to retreat from this one. Yeah, they're going to back off. Oh, this is just great play.
That was nice, though, and he picked up some Volks.
Another squad of Commandos as well.
Yeah.
These Commando ambushes are so on point.
Tracks, though. This 6-pounder is not doing anything. This is a big liability. He needs to get that out. There it goes.
Yeah. Another Commander's going to have to retreat. They didn't actually get the wipe on the
actually, that
retreat there.
retreat path is dodgy.
In Sydney goes in on the
Puma
Vickers.
is lurking. The Puma could try and poke in for a squad wipe on that Commando. It's not gonna, I don't think. Yeah. Whoa, and the Vickers gets caught by an infiltration grenade package. So.
It does, yeah. It's down to 2 models. It might stick around. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, like OMG, it's really hard to kind of like break this camp. The infantry section inside the garrison there.
Yeah, they're trading well, but they're going to get whittled down, so I think he's actually going to have to concede some ground here on the right flank, maybe. Look at, if you zoom in on the tree line, look at the amount of Axis corpses there.
That's actually...
That's a massacre.
That's just brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Yeah. It's probably the bloodiest battlefield that I've seen in the history of casting KO2, so...
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, I don't know, that's pretty bad. As far as just one engagement goes, that is fairly brutal.
Yeah.
Rockets are back on as well, I think, here for the Firefly, so there's another set ready to go. It's pretty cheesy going for those max range wipes. Like, Tulips are not cheap. If you get the squad wipe, it's worth it, but Tulips are not cheap.
I know, but look, I mean, he's floating quite a lot of munitions, so, you know, I would have done it. That's pretty cool. And he got the mechanized, like, truck as well. So, I mean, that's
true,
something
yeah, he
too,
did.
off that
Yeah,
move.
which is going to be nice, so...
Yeah, I mean, and he's still got a good... what, 3-4 minutes before King Tiger at this rate? So he's looking pretty good right now. I mean, the King Tiger, he's already got a Firefly. Like, I don't even know if a KT is the best thing. Like, I'm not even sure if I don't just prefer a Panther. Because it's cheaper. You know, if you get a Panther, then you can get like a Panther 4 or another Panther pretty soon. And the Panther just matches up so much better against the Firefly. The King Tiger can get stalked down by a Firefly. It's like really ugly if you start losing a fight, because then your King Tiger's like backing the hell up and the Firefly's just hitting it again and again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, the Panther at least has the advantage of fire rate, and that's why it does well in the matchup, because it has like fairly decent armor, has pretty good health as well, but obviously it really can abuse the Firefly's lack of fire rate, because it takes so long in between shots. The Panther really can stack up pretty well in the matchup, so I don't know what OMGPOP is going to go for. I mean, that's obviously what he's looking at, KT, and he is still saving fuel at the moment. Has the manpower floated up already, so, I mean, we've got to still assume it's going to be the KT, but...
I think it is going to be the KT, and I still don't think it's going to be like the worst choice. It's definitely going to be a unit with some value on this field. It's just not going to be like the most efficient KT I've ever seen. But, you know, a KT is a KT. It's still a big unit. It can still get a lot of work done, and it only takes a small misjudgment or a slight mistake from Redwings, and a KT will bite his arm off. So he's, you know, that is definitely going to be like serious plays. Oh, look at this demo charge in the top right. Redwings,
oh, where is it? Where is it?
You're exciting me. Right on the reinforcement path. Like, literally, a KT arriving is going to go over that. Like, that's
that's really... Oh, that is dirty.
Look, he's besieging the base. He's just running in with Commandos. YOLO Commanders. What is going on? This is so awesome.
I think he's just...
Look, the Puma is forced in, and the Firefly is
like
just going to be
vision.
like, yeah.
I think they're waiting on the retreat path. They're going to wipe squads of retreat. They're going to throw nades of retreat. The Omers are going to get wiped.
God.
Every squad that retreats is going to run into just 2 squads of Commandos, and the flak's already down. What's the response here? Oh, this is brutal.
Come on,
he gets the LMG.
Yeah.
There's still a squad of Commandos in the retreat path as well. Any squad that retreats is going to run into Commandos. Because of how the battle group headquarters is placed, the Commandos can just take cover behind it. This is freaking brutal.
This is exploitation, man. And you know what? Did you see the chat before this game? Like, did you see Redwings in chat?
I didn't, no.
Redwings was just like, oh my god, can somebody swap seeds? I don't want this matchup. Oh my god, OMG is gonna like destroy me. Look at this.
Oh, the demo goes up, but it only gets 2 members of that Obersoldaten
Oh, that's still
squad.
good. That's still good, I think.
Yeah.
Like at this, and he can replace it like straight away. So why not? In fact, if I were him, he knows it has to be a KT now. Like it has to be. I would have started stacking demo charges. You know, try and get 2, 3.
That's Gammon Bomb. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Oh! Okay, well here comes the KT. Surely, I mean the manpower's there, the fuel's there. Where is it? He's just waiting to see the button is lit up and then take it. He's gonna get the battle.
There we go. Battle whip goes down. There's the heals. Also denied the salvage from the tier 2. That went down as well.
Really?
Yeah, the Firefly is just being... This is brutal.
Catch the Firefly.
The best part, I think... Yeah. Come on, KT. Where you at?
Yeah, where you at?
Where you at?
Look at the Commandos just camoed in base on the right, by the way.
Yeah, I saw them. Yeah. This squad here, yeah. Are they going to get a retreat and wipe? This is brutal play.
Yeah, here's the King Tiger. The King Tiger's here. The King Tiger's here. There we go.
The King Tiger is here. It's finally here. Okay. The turnaround here, maybe. 232 VPs here. Oh, no.
The tulips go high.
The tulips are countered hard by the terrain. Yeah, the 6-pounder is going to die. Just
it is absolutely going to die.
Using AT guns against the KT.
And like, you know, this tulip, this Firefly is like 2-star, nearly 2-star. Oh wow, I thought it was going to be 2-star if that hit. It's going to take one more. Here comes the Puma though. Here comes the Puma.
Yeah, can definitely chase this one in. Still reloading is the Firefly. I don't know how much supporting AT there is. Does take another shot though. The Puma's going to have to back away from this one. I think it's 1 hit away and might die in this one. Puma penetrates again against the Firefly. Fire's going to have to back off here. Probably look for some repairs, I'd say. Because it's going to be forced off as well. That garrison's getting a little bit too low for comfort, and the KT is out and ready to rumble on the field, though it will need some repairs. And look at this. I mean, OMGPOP's down to 1 squad of Obers, a squad of Volsks, the KT and the Puma, and he's lost 2 tier buildings as well.
I know. He's got a Schwer of a Max Schlepper, buddy. That thing can run over units and push them around. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a very good fight, is it?
Where's your repairs at, bro? Where's your repairs at? I didn't see no repairs.
Yeah, what repairs?
Repairs
for noobs.
Commanders have been wiping for days. I really hope that the Redwings actually takes advantage of this and caps the left. I'm not sure if he even knows how many squads he wiped by sitting inside OMGPOP's base on the retreat path. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, this has been a really good way. By the way, a very warm welcome to everyone who's just joining us from the EU stream. I believe they've now hosted us. So, yeah,
looks like indeed.
Game 1, this is round of 32. We got Redwings versus OMGPOP, and I have to say, this has been one of the best games I've cast in recent times. Like, it's just been really entertaining. Like, OMGPOP had the upper hand in the opening, like, early mid-game, and then Redwings just started sieging down his base and forcing mass fallbacks and doing crazy tricks with Commandos, and, like, now we're here, and it's, like, it's just been a great game.
It has been fantastic. I'm really sad that you guys missed the start of this. It's been incredible. It's been a journey that Redwings has taken us on, and, man, I don't want to see OMGPOP knocked out in his big old return to the ESL, but he's down to 200 points now. KT's going to be moving out. I really want to see a squad of Strums as ASAP. He needs the repairs on that KT.
Oh, yeah.
It's down to about half health.
He needs those storms like a dying man in the desert needs a bottle of Evian. This is like his King Tiger is all he's got right now, and he cannot repair it. I mean, that's savage. And there's a Comet, BT Dubs, just saying. There's a Comet and a Firefly.
Comet's really nice. There's no way the Puma's just going to be diving in after the Firefly with the Comet out in the field. It's going to provide some nice fire support against the KT. I think it's a really nice choice. So yeah, going Hammer is a good move there. For
I think
my
he could
friend
either
Redwings.
siege down this Panzer HQ. I mean, because he's got the 6-pounder up in position, so I'm guessing that's what he's going to do. But I don't know. Do you think Redwings is just being a touch too cautious right now? Like he could have just gone in and spit roasted this King Tiger with his Comet and his Firefly.
He could have. But what I think you might forget is the swag points that you receive for destroying all 3 tier buildings of OKW before you win the game. So if he gets all 3 of them, the amount of swag points. I mean, it's hard to comprehend. You win.
It's true.
You win the game. You win the glory. I'm not sure. I don't think you have to kill the tier 2 twice. It's been rebuilt now for OMGPOP. But I think as long as the Panzer headquarters goes down, I'm going to take it as like a 3 works. Here he goes. The siege just started. Commandos in stealth.
And if he gets this building, I believe Relic are going to have to send him the little pin badge of I killed all 3 tech buildings.
You need one. You really do. I think you just need a whole banner on your profile for it. Personally, it's going to go down. It's definitely going to go down.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Panzer headquarters. There it goes. The swag points are all yours, Redwings. You can close out this game now. No worries.
On the plus side, our dying man in the desert, OMGPOP, did find his bottle of water, the Storm Pioneers, and they are now repairing his only real weapon, the King Tiger here. So that thing's going to be fighting fit. He's going to have another go with that.
Fantastic. Very nice. OMGPOP isn't in a crazy position when it comes to VPs at the moment. He's not seriously low, which means we could see some more squads out from him and potentially come back, as long as he can keep this KT alive, which is still tough. Redwings has a fair bit of a bank of fuel. He's going to have the emergency war speed as well if he kind of wants to chase in after the KT. He has a lot of things in his favour at the moment.
There's a Rakettenwerfer in the base as well, actually. OMG could just pick that up and that would be a free squad. I think these... Yeah, there we go. The Volks have just done that, actually. So, okay, I mean, his army has gone from being, like, nothing to being, like, the barest minimum ragtag that qualifies as an actual army now.
It's an improvement.
Yeah. I can imagine, like, the new squad arriving is just going to be like, what the hell happened to HQ? Like, everybody is dead.
Having a look over at this. I was going to say having a look at the bloody battlefield, but all the bodies have despawned on this side, so we don't get to see that.
There's going to be, like, a couple of, like, shaken up Volks Grenadiers who are just like, they had Commandos coming out of the goddamn walls.
Alrighty, so Callum playing in around very defensive position here from OMGPOP. Got the Raketen set up, has the Shrek, KT's all there as well, so it's going to be a hard position to actually work into. Puma's on this side, just trying to hold on to the VP.
Tommy's on the right flank, there we go. He gets it together. So the air landing field officer and the Tommies were getting a bit mismicroed there. And actually, I think he could lose this fight. Yeah, he's going to lose this fight actually on the right flank. That's kind of big there.
Strum's dropping enough models there.
Pushing out. He's flexing his muscles a little bit. He's saying, can I have this point? And the Comet and the Firefly are basically saying, no, you can't.
You can't go for it. So the KT's not going to go in here.
Kettenwerfer's still there, actually. Where are the Commandos? They need to get up on that Kettenwerfer. Where's the other squads? Okay, they're chilling in like positions where they could actually assist. I think that they need to. Wow, that Vickers gun
is really nice.
With the added range as well. Just like, oh, it's going to find the Vickers and it'll probably kill it, actually. No, the fallback comes down. Oh, is he going to lose it?
It was really close, yeah. The Raketen's going to work out of there. Vickers has been chilling in that garrison pretty much the entire game. Has hit the just off playing there.
And it's looking pretty smart for it as well, so I don't mind that.
I really love this squad of Vet 3 Commandos just chilling by the destroyed Panzer headquarters. It's just a massive bait from OMGPOP because he could definitely lose a Storm Pioneer squad by running up to it, trying to salvage, and the Commandos just come out of stealth and kill it. And it's the squad with the Obra LMG as well. Could be absolutely brutal. Using the Puma on the side here is really smart from OMGPOP because Redwings really needs to use all his AT together if he has a chance of killing the KT. He has to have the Combat, has to have the Firefly, has to have the 6-pounder there for support as well. It's pretty hard for him to split up the AT over to one side.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Redwings, there was definitely a moment in this game where OMGPOP was like this wounded, cornered rat, and like Redwings could either have pursued him for the kill and like actually shut him out the game, or he could have done what he's done here and played it cautious and given him some breathing room. And like, actually, OMG's position is not looking super bad right now. Like, I mean, it's not looking like it's game over anyway. He's definitely behind. So I think if I was Redwings, I would have much preferred like shanking the hell out of the wounded rat in the corner and just like killing it. Because I don't know, like he's just lost a Vickers. Like this King Tiger, it only takes like one shot sometimes to vaporize a squad of infantry, and against British forces, that's so punishing. Oh, here comes the RAF though.
Yeah, strafing support's going to be coming in now.
Yeah.
Katie's trying to back out of there, and it probably should be able to before the second pass. I'm not sure. He's starting to back away. I don't know where the follow-up is though. Like, where's Redwings' follow-up? What else is he going to do? He forced the squad off, forced the KT off, but he didn't really achieve much else.
Well, that KT's going to be out of circulation for some time.
Yeah.
I mean, there are storm pioneers repairing, but they don't have the repair pack. Oh, sorry, take that back. They do have the repair package, so. But it's still going to be out of circulation for a while. That's going to let him heal up the Comet, I hope. In fact, wow, he's actually coming forwards now. I think he wants it.
He actually wants to go for this one. Wow.
Yeah.
Comet actually takes a shot.
Though.
He's going to eat a shot as well.
What is the Comet doing?
Well, OMGPOP gave up from the looks of things.
Okay, well that seems. I mean, he's seen enough. That was like. Sometimes playing from behind is just so exhausting, and you're just like, nope, you know what? No.
I don't know. Maybe he saw the crocodile. I'm not sure. I don't know how he would have seen the crocodile, but potentially if he saw the crocodile, I might have called GG as well. So
he probably saw the crocodile flares and was just like, that's it. Because you know when you call it in, it like puts down some flares.
The flares, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and like when you're playing against this commander, those flares can only be the crocodile. In fact, I always put down the flares in my own base, so I hope my opponent doesn't see them. Like I do, honestly, because it's such a tell.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That was a pretty great game in the end, actually.
Wow, so OMGPOP gets taken out by Redwings. Quite the upset there going into that game, because I know we talked about it and we both basically came to the conclusion that Redwings are a fantastically entertaining player and a bit of a caster's favourite, but OMGPOP usually just the stronger competitor there.
Yeah, I think Redwings just made a lot of smart decisions.
I've been keeping half an eye on the chat, which, by the way, a very warm welcome to all the 564 of you out there right now. Thank you very much for choosing to spend your Sunday with us, and we're going to have a lot of awesome games to bring you. That's just the start. That was just the tip of the iceberg. But there's quite a few people actually saying that the in-game sound is super quiet. So
yes, well, I think
we want to just boot that up a little bit.
We probably will boost that up for the next game. Yeah, I saw the similar thing. So yeah, I'll probably boost that one up. I think
cool.
Our casting, as lovely as our voices are, they might be a tiny bit too loud. So
hey, also shout out to Rust BMBE Earth, who's saying, just to let you know, Magpie 842 Stone Pioneer Minesweeper upgrade does not upgrade repairing anymore. Is that true? Did that change?
I thought
it still was the support package, which came with the repair tool.
Yeah, no, it does not. Yeah, no, I think that was. Yeah, I think they changed that a while ago. Actually, yeah. Oh no, no, it still says it also improves repairability and allows the cutting of wire. Yeah, I don't remember reading that it didn't, unless I'm wrong. Pretty sure it still upgrades repairability, but anyway. Yeah, so that was pretty fantastic. We will probably take a short break now.
Please subscribe to the General's Gentleman. If you enjoy our content, you can support us at patreon.com/General's Gentleman.